Hello everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Kat. I'm a wife, a homeschool mom, and an avid reader. For everyone else, welcome back. I started a vlog, a week-long vlog for my reading and then abandoned it. This is the weird week where it's half June, half July, and I was reading. I wasn't reading as much as I was the rest of June, but I also wasn't recording either. So while I would get on, I did a few clips. I wasn't consistent with it, and so I just said, forget it. So this vlog is coming out a little bit late, but I am taking today, we are having kind of a rest day, or at least a rest morning, while we're waiting on curtains to come to finish one of my sister's new places. And oops, sorry. So I have taken the morning and spent some time just in the Word, and now I'm gonna finish my nails and read a little. Currently I am reading Enchantra. I'm I want to say like 20% through. This one is the sequel to Phantasma, and in this one we're following Genevieve, who has learned a secret about her mother, and because this secret she thinks is going one way. She thinks that this secret life that she's found of her mother's was her mother with another necromancer, and so she goes to Enchantra to meet this secret person, and in the process finds that she is in another game, essentially. But this one is on the Enchantra property and is called The Hunt. With this, she's kind of forced into a situation that she was not expecting due to her not realizing that this was a thing. So I am 7 chapters in. That's the time. Let's see, player settings. I do like that Audible has changed that. So I'm only 14% in. So we are about to start the game, but first, Genevieve must become a silver. So I'm gonna get back to it, listening while I paint my nails. I'm sitting outside so I don't stink everyone out with nail polish, and I just have to do my clear coat. So I will check in soon with what comes next. Alright, so I am about 30% through now of Enchantra. I'm really enjoying it, but it's about lunchtime, so I am going to go get some lunch. And I've decided I'm gonna go to Jason's Deli because I no longer have a Jason's Deli near me, and I think a sandwich or a wrap will be really good. So I'm gonna head out. I'm still listening to my story and doing that, but it seems like my husband is still sleeping. He did not come with me on this trip, and so we're just kind of texting back and forth to see when each other are up. But I'm gonna go get some lunch and take my book and just kind of see how I feel from there, and see what other adventures I might come up with. So I will check in with you soon. Alright, so I went and I got some lunch at Jason's Deli, and then I ran to my sister's trailer and we hung out for a little bit and I watched Chopped, and then I came home and now I'm ready to read again. I am 31% into Enchantra, and things are happening. The hunt has begun, and I think the spring equinox is about to happen. So I am going to get back into it, but I don't think I'm gonna stay outside. It's currently 88 degrees Fahrenheit, but feels like 97, which isn't as bad as it has been earlier this week. We had days where it felt like 115 plus. So it's not as bad, and the thunderstorm we had definitely brought the overall temperature down, but it's still very, very humid. So I'm gonna get back to Enchantra and enjoy that while we have the soccer game going. I want to say it's Argentina and Cape Verde playing right now, but I'm not 100% sure. I may be making that up. But I'm gonna go get back to listening to my story and keeping an eye on the soccer game. I'll check in soon. Well, I have finished Enchantra now. I had so much fun with this one. I think I like Enchantra better than Phantasma, and here's why. Well, we have our main character, our main female character, main male character, and then we have the main male character's siblings. It's still very contained. There aren't as many people to keep track of, and the hunts are a little more straightforward in this one. And I love Genevieve and Rowan. They are just amazing characters. So I am going to give Enchantra 5 stars. I think I gave Phantasma 5 stars as well. And I only have to wait until September 1st for the next book. So I am going to eagerly await that one. But I had a wonderful time, and the audiobook is amazing. I don't think I would have liked Enchantra as much without the audiobook. It did break my heart a little at moments, but overall, great read. And that leads me to what I'm gonna read next. I was going to just jump into I want to make sure I have the title right. That's the wrong app. I was going to jump into The Hound of Scrying Hollow, which is the second book in the Forest Where the Phoenix Sleeps series. But I just remember how much that I enjoyed the Forest Where the Phoenix Sleeps. And my library had the audio for both books. So I went ahead and borrowed both books. And I'm gonna start with The Forest Where the Phoenix Sleeps. I know I read this, I want to say it was 2024. Well, I can look in Storygraph. I read it for one of the magical readathons. And burp. There it is. Yeah, okay, so I read it in August of 2024 and loved it so much. I remember enjoying this one. And I remember when I finished it wanting the next book because I wanted to see what was going to happen next. Although, looking at this one, I don't know. I think that they're more companion novels than a continuing series. But I really wanted to know what happened next with Nell. So I am going to get back to, or I'm going to jump into this world again. It is a fantasy, horror, and romance all tied into one. And I am really, really excited to enter into this world again because I enjoyed it so much the first time. So I'm going to get into it and I will check in soon. Alright, it has been 4 days since I updated last. I finished Enchantra. Then I started The Forest Where the Phoenix Sleeps. Got 21% into it on the 5th. Let me check. This is one thing I love about Storygraph is I can go back and check. Alright, so yeah, I read 21% on the 5th. Read another 9%, getting me to 30% of the book on the 6th. But didn't feel like doing an update video. We were packing and everything else to head home. And so nothing happened there. And then we drove home on the 7th. And I didn't do any reading at all on the 7th. I listened to Spotify and just really enjoyed the drive home. The Forest Where the Phoenix Sleeps, I knew, even though it's a reread, I knew that I wouldn't really be able to focus on it on the drive home. And I know that there are some open door scenes, and I didn't want to listen and then have to pause or tell my daughter that she needed to put on headphones or whatever else. So instead, I just listened to Spotify and enjoyed. And then got home and still did no reading. I did read some yesterday and I got to 45%, which finished out part 1 of Where the Phoenix Sleeps, The Forest Where the Phoenix Sleeps. And I am really enjoying this one. I forgot that there was another timeline and another character in it. I'm wondering if this is what ties, or where the tie-in for the second book comes from, but I'm not sure. So I'm just kind of going with what I have so far to see what's going to happen. In this one, we have Nell, who lives on Earth and works in a shop, works in a coffee shop and lives above the coffee shop. And one day a person comes in and basically is just makes an order and counts out what she has. It's obvious that she doesn't have enough, and so Nell tells her, someone earlier today paid it forward, and gave her coffee and a cookie. And then a few days later, I guess, she goes out, or he is told that this girl is in the back, in the dumpsters, digging through food. And she goes out there while a jerk patron of the coffee shop sees them and starts mocking her. Well, it turns out that this girl actually has magic, and things happen from there, and Nell ends up being taken to this fantasy world, which is the forest. And she finds out that she has magic, but it's too dangerous for her to learn to harness her magic as an adult. And so she's kind of powerless in this world, and all she wants is to go home. And so she ends up going home, but then finds that she doesn't really fit in. So that's where I'm at now, without giving away too much. I'm really enjoying this. I believe it's got dual narrators, and I love they gave the male main character a Scottish brogue, or maybe it's an Irish, but he has an accent, and it is amazingly done. So let's see. Narrate. Oh, okay, so it's just the one narrator. It's Zura Johnson who does it, and I guess she does a great job of doing the male voice, because I really thought that Dura's voice was done by a male. So overall, really enjoying it. Enjoying the reread of it. Nothing, of course, is new to me as far as the reading, but I am going to try to finish this. When I read this the first time, let's see, let me just do the journal for that, because I don't want to scroll back. So I read 50% of it in one day last year, or in 2004 when I read it originally. And so I'm at 45% right now. That means that it's only 5% more. So that's what? 10% would be 45 pages. Half of that would be 20-ish pages. So I should be able to easily get this done today. It is 1:10, and I do need to update my bullet journal on what I have read each day so far, and then I'm going to start my audiobook, and we will see how much I can read today. So I will check in very shortly. Alright, it is Friday. I did not finish The Forest Where the Phoenix Sleeps yesterday. Instead, I took a nap. I don't know why. It's when I'm at home, and that's probably why. But I'm at home, I get up like at 8, 9, somewhere in there. And then around 3 o'clock, my body just goes, and I'm done. And I take a nap, and then I'm up until 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Because my sleep schedule is weird at home. But when I was helping my sisters move, I was up at like 7 o'clock in the morning every morning and in bed by 10 with no nap in between. So I'm just going with it. Some of it I do know is we keep our house really cold, and my mom's AC can't do that. It freezes up if it gets below 69 degrees. So I'm just going with it. But my house, we get as high as 73. Because we like it cold. That's how during the summer I can, even though it's 110 degrees outside with the heat index, I can be inside cuddled up under a blanket or wearing a sweater or a hoodie, because the difference between living on the coast and living in Arkansas is that here in South Carolina, we really have 2 seasons. It's summer from like May until, I can wear shorts all the way through November. And then we go winter. And we do kind of have spring and fall. They're just very short. Truthfully, our winter is only like January and February. So from March to May, we have a little bit of spring weather, and then December and into January, we kind of have fall weather. So it is what it is, and I just go with it. But Forest Where the Phoenix Sleeps, it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to keep listening, but unfortunately, you will have to wait for my final thoughts until next week. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.